So old New York's got the highest virus rates in the world. And Lake Champlain is still being poisoned, and the Hudson River is still getting its daily dose of sewage. And the Lake Ontario and Lake Erie are still getting sewage dumped in it. And the St. Lawrence Seaway is still getting lots of sewage dumped in it. You see, ladies and gentlemen, around Lake George, New York, there's thousands of septic systems. And these septic systems have leach fields, which become saturated. I also call them brown fields or dirty diapers. There's thousands of them all around Lake George. They're everywhere. And the brown fields leach and leak into Lake George. Been doing it for decades. And they flush Lake George into Lake Champlain, which is nothing more than a giant septic tank. Like the Hudson River is like a giant septic tank. And the St. Lawrence Seaway is a giant septic tank with Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. So New York State's got the highest virus and death rates in the country. Governor Cuomo, Attorney General Letitia James, DEC Director Basil Sago. Let's talk about sewage in Lake George, Lake Champlain, the St. Lawrence River, the Hudson River, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario. Come on, Basil Sagos, DEC. Now, Donald Trump, you have an obligation here to speak up, too, about sewage being dumped in all the public waterways and sewage being dumped offshore with municipal garbage. We have such a massive problem in the United States of real estate developers and municipalities, the government, the federal and state governments, your local county, towns, villages. They're all slopping sewage all over the place. And gee golly whiz, just by coincidence, we have a massive virus killer on the loose in the United States, and we're dumping sewage and sewage leachate all over the place with large amounts of landfill material in the offshore. You know, they take garbage barges and dump it offshore. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, maybe it's got something to do with the bacteria and viruses of all the sewage getting in America's public waterways. See my writings and my videos at any search engine you want. Type in poisoning Lake Champlain, flushing Lake George. And ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day.